Hi guys, welcome to my channel, A Little Bit of Something, and it's your girl Rachel Wanogho. I hope you're doing great today. As you can see from the title, today I'm going to be starting a new series titled Conversations with Rachel, and basically what we're going to be doing on this series is to talk about different range of topics, from food, from traveling, from relationships, different topics in general. And kickstarting the series with me is an amazing friend of mine, Jovelyn. Hello, Jovelyn.
Hi, Rachel.
So Jovelyn is a visiting PhD fellow here at Durham University, and she has lived in different countries such as Japan, in Colombia, France, and she's really had an experience like traveling to different places, around the world. And I really want Jovelyn to share, give us basically an insight into what that world is like, what is like moving to a new country, and probably the challenges that you faced and the things that you need to put into consideration. If this is something that you find really interesting, so stay tuned and we'll be right back. So hi guys, welcome back. Kickstarting the range of questions that I have for you, Jovelyn.
Is it hard?
It's not very hard. I think it's something that you can really relate to. So you've lived in Japan, you've lived in France, and you're originally from the Philippines.
Yes.
So how did you come about moving to these different countries? What basically influenced your decision to move?
Well, first in Japan, I got this scholarship to study in Japan.
Okay.
So it was not a difficult decision then because I am young, single then. So it was not it was not a difficult decision. But to France, it was when I got married that I have to follow with my husband to France. So it was not a difficult decision. So I have this scholarship which will finance my studies there. So I grabbed this opportunity.
Oh, so you got a scholarship to study in Japan. What about France? You lived in France, right?
Yes. That was after studying in Japan. I got married, and then my husband found a job in France, and I followed him in France.
Oh, okay, that's very interesting. So basically, you've lived in Japan, you lived in France. Currently, you're living in Colombia.
Yes.
So you and your family, you moved all the way from France to Colombia.
Yes. Because again, this is for job reason. My husband found a semi-permanent position in Colombia, so we moved to Colombia together. This was a little difficult than moving to Japan the first time, because when we're about to move to Colombia, I got again a scholarship in Japan.
Okay.
But unfortunately I have to decline because I chose to be with my husband. So.
Okay. So far, now that you've moved into these different countries, what changes did you necessarily have to make in terms of financial decisions? What sort of financial decisions did you have to make to move to a new country? Because you're moving to a country that you've never been to before, and it could be a bit nerve-wracking and a bit difficult. So what sort of financial commitments plan did you put in place to make it easier for you to move?
Well, I know in my case it's not that difficult, or I don't need to really plan much, because like I've said, I have this funding from the Japanese government when I moved to Japan, and then there is moving to France and Colombia, there is a source of income.
Oh, they allow you to work in Japan while you're doing your master's?
No, in Japan, no, but the scholarship is sufficient, so it can cover your daily expenses and the tuition fees, so it's enough. The allowance the government gives is enough.
Okay, but for France, you had to move because of marriage, so there is no scholarship involved.
No. So basically,
did you sort of save money over time? Was it for 6 months, 7 months?
Yes, I have a little savings that I brought with me, and plus I got support from my husband.
Oh,
so
that's excellent. That's very good. Great support. So women out there, get support from but of course have your own money. So in terms of adaptation to a new culture, did you find it difficult, like adapting to a new environment? So I think, really would want you to talk about that, because especially as a foreigner living abroad, and what there are things that you do have to consider. Do you have to learn a new language? Because I do know that the official language of Japan is Japanese.
Yes.
Okay, so did you have to learn Japanese?
Yeah, I mean, I was taking a class then, and it was Japanese. Learning Japanese is very difficult. So I've learned, but it's not enough for me. I think it's not enough to find a job there. So learning language is not easy. Some people can learn easily, but some can't.
Some can't.
Yeah.
Really.
Yes. So yeah, it's a bit challenging. I mean, it's not the same for all people. I mean, the learning curve is different from one person to another. Yeah.
True. So apart from language and in terms of accommodation, so I do know that some people, they check on websites and sort of like converse with an agent to assist in processing accommodation and that kind of thing. But for you, okay, so you got married and you moved to France. So did you have to do with an agent, or do you suggest like people should just wing it and just arrive in the country and then decide on accommodation later?
that is different. So you have that is difficult. I mean, you really need to make the arrangement before you go there, or else you will be spending too much, because it's not easy. Getting an apartment in France is not easy. So my husband first arrived there before I followed, and when he was there alone, when he was still alone, he was in like a international house for students, I think.
Okay.
And then because the apartment is not yet available also. So when I arrived, it's when just a month before I arrived, it's when he moved to that apartment, to an apartment. Yeah.
Okay. So in terms of, because I saw a post that you posted recently on Facebook where you talked about an incident that happened in the bus about this coronavirus situation, and we do know that there are racial sort of like discrimination in different parts of the world, and not just amongst Black people from different cultures. Do you think that the people in a particular country contribute to how comfortable one feels when they arrive in the country? Because I feel like if you watch different videos of different people that have traveled to different countries, they will tell you that I felt really lonely, I felt really alone, and most times it has to do with the people around them and the way they treat foreigners. So do you think that the people who live in that country or community have an important role to play in terms of how the lifestyle of a foreigner is?
Yes, it's basically the culture in a country plays an important role on the adaptation of a foreigner. For example, it was in France, I feel like it's difficult to make friends, but in Colombia, it's really easy. People are really nice, very friendly, warm, which I did not see in France. So it really depends on the culture of people. But you're asking me if they have to play a role.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's really difficult to say, because they can always tell you that you come here to my country, so it's you who should adopt. But I think it should be two-way. Like, I will adapt to their culture, and they should be welcoming to me. So it's gonna be easy for me to adopt.
So it's sort of like not a one-way thing.
Yes.
Like, be open to welcoming new people.
Yes.
And also, you as a foreigner, you should be open to learning the culture of the people.
Exactly.
In the country. Because you're sort of like a visitor, and you don't really expect them to change for you. And they are basically like new. I mean, your culture and wherever you're coming from is new to them. So it's sort of like you can excuse them not understanding, basically.
Yes.
So what would be like the basic thing that you would tell someone who is moving to a new country?
Follow your heart and be tough, because the world outside is very different, and you'll meet different people. You'll be in a different culture than yours. There are good things and bad things. There are things you did not expect exactly. But at the end of the day, what is important is you will learn, you will widen your horizon, and you can use all these learnings to make a difference. And it doesn't matter where you are. You can make a difference in other country or in your country.
Yeah, because I do hear people say that, especially when they watch a movie or sort of like, they already have an impression about a country, but I feel like it's not the impressions made from that movie or television is not always true.
Yes,
So
yes.
I think people should learn to also like get to know the people
Yes.
around them and not
Yes.
always. You can believe some parts of the
Yeah.
media, but there are sort of parts of the media that are
Yes,
sort of like
that's
twisted.
right. Yeah, I mean the experience as a tourist and as a resident in a country, in a foreign country, is really different.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Jovelyn. I really hope.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. I mean, for
Thank
sharing your
you.
views. It was really, really, really spectacular. And I really hope you, the viewer, had a wonderful time. And if you want to like sort of contribute to the conversations, you can drop a comment in the comment section down below. And if you have any further questions for Jovelyn, you can also post the comments, and I'm sure she'll be happy to answer them. I'll just
Of course,
forward the
yes.
questions to her. Thank you so much for tuning in today on A Little Bit of Something, Conversations with Rachel. And I truly hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to click the link up here.
There.
And yeah, make sure to watch my next video or any of my other videos. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Bye.